Hey guys, about to play the second round of a Battle for Zendikar draft, and I would like to play first. And hmm, I think I'm actually gonna keep this hand, if only because Munda can like load our hand with stuff. It is kind of slow, especially for this deck, but chances are okay. We draw 2 or 3 drop before too long. It's not the worst hand ever. I mean, I could see mulliganing it, but I think having Munda in it makes it a little better than it would be otherwise. I don't think I'm actually going to play Looming Spires yet, unless it becomes like necessary at some point, because its ability could be relevant. We already have the 4 lands for both creatures in our hands, so. Ooh, Sludge Crawler turn 1 is bad for us. All right. Have all of our colors. The Sludge Crawler is going to ingest something, which also is bad for us, as I'm sure you know. Not really what we want to be happening. Mountain. I don't mind him hitting that too much. Did not draw a 3 or 4 drop as I said could happen. Would have been nice, but hey. Next turn we probably play Munda and let his ability trigger, try to get some actual creatures into our hand. For now we're just getting ingested though. Alright, Core Castigator is another creature. But yeah, we play Munda here. We do use his ability. And we hit nothing. And we would have drawn spells, so that's a little annoying, but that's okay. We swing for... yeah, we swing for 3 anyway. I mean, he can ingest us some more, but, like, he's already exiled 2 cards, so... And he's not in the most ingesty of archetypes. He's probably more of a black-green Eldrazi Scion deck than anything else. It's hard to say. But we just take some more beats from this dude. Looks like he's actually going to play something else this turn. Ghostly Sentinel. Okay. Alright. Eyeless Watcher. So I think I'm right that this is a deck that's all about the Scions. Okay. I think I play Chasm Guide, and then I play Looming Spires, targeting the Chasm Guide, and swing with both. So, yeah, we're going to play Chasm Guide. We're going to use Munda's ability. Dang, we're just whiffing. But, you know, we didn't miss anything amazing that time, at least. So, haste is granted. Then we play Looming Spires, giving it to Chasm Guide so that there's, like, no way he can block effectively here. He could just chump, of course. We may end up having wanted the aligned head draw network, is the sad news, because our opponent may well be ramping into huge stuff, so. Okay. Makes sense. Lose the guy who can't make you mana. And we'll end our turn. Might have been better to play Core Castigator and use its... yeah, well, those can't block it, so that's the upside there. He has a lot of mana available to him right now, which isn't awesome. Okay, swinging. Probably means he's sacrificing his Scions to play something. Oh, Rolling Thunder. That's a hard loss. He's going to play like Bane of Balaged now. No, Deathless Behemoth. That's pretty bad anyway. So we would have liked to have our aligned head draw network. So now that Rolling Thunder's gone, like Planar Outburst is our biggest draw. I don't think there's any creature we could draw that would like solve our problems. So I think I don't allow Munda's ability to trigger right now. What we really need, well, I mean, the more creatures I have, the harder it will be for him to attack me. obviously. Hell, I'm going to do it. Okay, we had two things, so it ended up working out. Which do we want more? Which do we want first? I think the champion, probably. Yeah. Oh, I already selected them. Okay, I have to select them and then put them on top of my library. Lithomancer's Focus would have been kind of nice, too. But knowing I'm going to have ally triggers the next few turns doesn't hurt. We're also going to play Felidar Cub. And we're going to pass the turn. Stupid Behemoth has... Vigilance. I think I actually probably am going to end up blocking here. Like, if he attacks, I would double block with Munda. Although, would I rather have haste or the ability to draw into allies when I need them? I don't know. That's a good question. But I probably block. I mean, chances are good he can make more Eldrazi Scions, so maybe I should just chump with Felidar Cub. Maybe that's better. Wouldn't hurt. We know we're going to draw more creatures, so... Yeah, the next two cards we're going to draw are creatures. And we know which two, even, so that's good. I still don't think I let Munda's ability... I'm not going to let it trigger probably on my next two cards, but I will later. Maybe. I'd like to draw like into some removal. And we haven't seen Planar Outburst, and we've put multiple cards on the bottom, so chances are decent that we draw it. Kind of like last time where we'd put a bunch on the bottom, and we'd either seen our Outburst or our Rolling Thunder, and we drew the Rolling Thunder. This time we know he exiled our Rolling Thunder, so that's pretty annoying. But he hasn't... Oh, he did exile Planar Outburst, too. Jesus. Yeah, we're in trouble. I probably do just let it trigger. I didn't realize he'd exiled Planar Outburst. He's hit like our two biggest bombs, and our aligned head draw network is somewhere near the bottom of our library, which maybe is a reason to decide to look at some more cards on top of my library. Okay. That happens, unfortunately for us. Does he attack? I think I probably would. I mean, I have to double block, and he can kill both of these creatures. I probably just take it now. So, yeah, I'm just going to take it. I take 6 to the face. Why did he have to ingest, like, the cards he ingested? That's my question. We'll play our Forest. And I am going to go ahead and use Munda, like, a couple times, because it'll get us closer to our aligned head draw network. Yeah, I'm okay with this. Giving first strike seems good, and a 1 mana 2/1 seems fine too. So I mark them both, and we'll put this on top, and then put this on top, and then put them on the bottom. And end our turn. Wouldn't be bad to draw one of our combat tricks at some point or another. This time I probably do block with the Castigator and Ondu Champion. I could also do Ondu Champion and Munda, and then he can only kill one of them. So maybe that's better. I mean, killing this Deathless Behemoth is pretty key. Of course, all he needs is one more Eldrazi Scion, and he can get it back. So that's kind of crappy. Let's see what he's doing. Okay, Culling Drone, not the biggest concern. A little more concerning with the amount of mana he has. But that does leave him one card in his hand, and I will double block now with Munda and Ondu dude if he attacks. He's not going to attack because obviously it wouldn't be awesome for him. And we're going to play our Blade Whirl. Yeah. All you triggers trigger. We're gonna use Munda's ability again. Ooh, that Beastmaster. Oh no, it's a Stalwart. Well, whatever. This is probably the last time we use Munda. I kind of wish I'd kept track of like exactly how many cards I'd put on the bottom and so forth. Okay, and then we want to put the beast. Oh, it's not a Beastmaster. I was still thinking it was a Beastmaster. I'm so good. Okay, so that happens, and we still have no good attacks, so we'll just end our turn. But we are continuing to build our forces against his, and it's looking pretty good. We can still double block here and create problems for him. And playing the 3/4 next turn will make it even better for us. So we can just sort of stall until we see that aligned head draw network, which will even, although the Oran Reef Invoker is clearly a problem. He can give it +5/+5 and trample easily. So maybe what he's doing now, I guess, or playing another scary creature. Ooh, well, that's pretty scary. That is a problem. All right. Bring it on. I think we throw the Ondu Champion in front of that, and we chump here. Yeah, that's all we're going to do. That's all the cards in his hand is the good news. I think we can probably afford to do the ability one more time too. Maybe. I'm going to end up hitting the head draw network again, and it's going to suck. Something to keep in mind in the future is actually knowing where... Okay, we're going to do it. This is the last time. Okay. Well, pretty nice. I think I only reveal that. I just want the big guy who can pump my whole team. And I let the other two go away. So we'll put this on top of my library, put that on the bottom, that on the bottom, and that on the bottom. Maybe now we draw our aligned head draw network, which would be pretty awesome right now, obviously. He needs to draw one land, and then he has the mana to pump that too, which would basically mean our death. So did he do it? Oh no, he only has 6 lands. What world am I living in right now? Okay, we're 2 away from that meeting our death. I probably triple block the behemoth right now. Yeah, we're going to do it. We know we're going to draw a big creature, so I'd rather hang on to the one who gives first strike, I guess. Yeah, so we're going to do that. He's going to kill our 2 bigger ones. We hold on to our 3/1. He may have something gross in his hand that'll just get him it back. Like if he plays 2 Scions right now, we're going to be pretty angry. Another one of those also is not great news. But at least he can't use its ability yet. So we'll play our Beastmaster. Aligned head draw network is no longer like important. But it could be, I guess. Giving first strike is pretty nice right now, but the lack of vigilance, not so nice. But I feel like I can probably swing with my Castigator, and I will. We can start getting a little more offensive now. We do have other removal. We have Touch of the Void. That's about it, though, since he hit our 2... we also have Outnumber, which I guess would be good right now. Okay, he takes it. Sounds good to me. And we end our turn. If he gets to 8 lands, we are so toast. But right now, you know, he doesn't have good attacks at all. He can only make this a 4/4. So Seek the Wilds. Okay, he's probably going to go after a land since it makes his board so lethal. He's thinking hard, that's for sure. It is going to be hard to win this game, having lost our 2 biggest bombs, and we don't really have any huge... Ooh, that's not great either. That's not great news. A 4-5. He can't play it yet, though. So at least there's that. See if he attacked. Yeah, I didn't think so. Ooh. Wish I had an ally as well. That would make things a lot better. If I just attack with the Blade Whirl, or just the Castigator, what happens? You can make that a 3-3. Just still enough to kill that, but not enough to kill this. But if he double blocks, like the Blade Whirl, you know, I can only take down one thing and I end up using up a card. I think it's better to just hold onto it and use it for blocking right now. It can help us take down like a tramply dude without losing too much life, for example, or the guy he's about to play, the Calastria Nightwatch. So I think that's probably best for us. Now, if we draw our Hedron Network, we won't even want to play it because it'll hit our Beastmaster. So it's not ideal, certainly. Ooh, Touch of the Void, though, is pretty nice in this situation. Do I go after an Invoker or do I go after Sludge Crawler? I think I just go after... I mean, if he took all this damage, like, I could kill him, but what are the chances he does that? Like, there's no reason for him to. So we're going to take down one Invoker. Leave man up for Tandem Tactics. And end the turn. Really need to draw another ally at this point. It'd be nice. Ooh, 7 mana now. 1 card in his hand. Malakir Familiar. Flying is bad right now, guys, given the amount of life we have. That, however, is pretty good. So we go Ondu Champion, pump our whole team and give them all first strike. He's got 0 cards in his hand. Kind of wish I had the Vigilance one right now. You know. And he's got 0 cards in his hand. If we attack with everything, he does not have to block everything. And that's important to keep in mind. We're going to gain 2 life probably, though. I think I attack with the Beastmaster and the Castigator and leave him kind of in a problematic situation in terms of blocking. So yeah, we're going to swing with those 2. I mean, if he just takes it, he's dead, so... Alright, he wants to block like that. That means I can take this thing down without losing anything and do 7 to him and gain 2. I think that's pretty good. So there and there. Oh, and we do a little more because... Oh, no, we don't. 5 is the exact amount, yeah. So he's at 3, we're at 9. Works for me since he's in top deck mode. And we have the biggest creature there is, although if he gets 1 more land, that quickly changes and we're left having to block things that we don't really want to be blocking. He can right now make a Sludge Crawler a 4-4, right? Yeah. That is right. Silent Skimmer, why? It blocks so well right now. So I think we attack with our Beastmaster. It also attacks really well right now, so not so good. But we're going to attack with our Beastmaster, which he has to block with something, and he'll lose something no matter what he does, so... I think I'm okay with that. This game has been kind of grindy, and neither of our decks seem to be really built for the grind, but it's just how things ended up. All right, take that guy down. So we're going to drop to 3 this turn. Although he has to be willing to attack with everything to make that happen. If he draws a land, we're pretty toast. Because he can pump his... Oh, man. Oh, good. It came into play tapped, guys. So we have another turn to try to overcome our opponent, which is entirely possible, especially if we draw an ally. We have a land, so this is going to be a 4-4. If he's willing to swing here, we will kill him pretty handily. Like, if he swings with both of these, yeah, he's not going to. We need an ally. That is not an ally. We do have a land, though, and I think that enables us to swing with these 3 creatures who will all have 4 power. And we'll force him into blocking. Do I have to attack with everything, actually? He's got 0 cards in his hand. All of my... Oh, my core Blade Whirl can't do lethal. This will become a 7/7, and I'll have a Shadow Glider to block it. So I think maybe I still attack with everything. Let's play this land. Swing with everything. He drops to 1, like best case scenario for him. So I think that's not bad. You know, this is the only creature he can take and not die, so I'm sure he keeps his Oran Reef Invoker, but he's going to lose everything else and trade with 2 of our creatures. Yeah, 2 of our creatures. Then we'll play a Shadow Glider, which can then block this and keep us alive. So as long as he doesn't draw removal here, we probably have this game. Oh, no, he's blocking like that. I'm cool with that. Do you know you can, like... Yeah. I was going to say, like, if you draw removal, I'm dead, so... No, you're still blocking like that. Interesting. Okay. Well, now we're in an even better position because our opponent chose to do that. I'll go ahead and play Shadow Glider. And we'll end the turn there. If he'd blocked differently and he drew removal right here, well, he didn't, so we would have won anyway. We would have dropped to 1 or 2 life. 8 minus 2. Ooh. Yeah, we would have dropped to 1 life, but... Yeah, that was a grindy match, grindy game 1. We did see 1 target for the head draw network, but it does not seem amazing against this opponent. The 1 target for it was a 6/6, and our deck can, you know, it did deal with the 6/6 pretty well. I think I just put in a Cliffside Lookout, have another ally in the deck. I think I'd rather do that than have a Coombe Stonewaker. The pump effect is relevant in late game. And that first game ended up being really grindy, so could happen again. We did that without Planar Outburst or Rolling Thunder, you guys, so that's pretty sweet. That we got those, like, ingested immediately. They both would have been in our hand if our opponent hadn't played a turn 1 dude. But instead, we immediately lost our 2 most powerful cards, so... Okay, this is a good one. Munda does seem to like us. This is a situation where... Well, I'm not sure what I do lands-wise here. I think I lead with just a plane so I can play the Lookout. Next turn, I may just play, like, Sandstone Bridge and swing for 2. Well, or Looming Spires. And swing for 2. Yeah, I'm going to do that. Next turn I can play Ghostly Sentinel. Not Ghostly Sentinel. What am I talking about? Sandstone Bridge and Felidar Cub. Or I can use Outnumber. That's the other option. But we'll see. See what our opponent has in store for us. Free Tahagra. Doesn't worry me a whole lot. He didn't have the life gain synergies that can make that really devastating. Ooh, Valakut Predator, huh? I kind of want to get that out, like, immediately for the landfall triggers. So I think that's what we do now. We're going to swing for 1. Big damage, I know. Swing for 1. Oh, he did have Malakir Familiar and the flying one, so never mind. I am a little worried about that. But we do have a Felidar Cub, and I don't want to use it just yet. We can use it next turn if we need to. But for now, we're going to play Valakut Predator and end our turn. Next turn, we can play Felidar Cub, Sandstone Bridge, and Felidar Cub. I think I already said Felidar Cub. Felidar Cub, Sandstone Bridge, and Outnumber, which could be a pretty huge turn for us. You know, we'll kill this, we'll kill that, and swing for 6, you know, depending on what our opponent does. He's playing a land here. Seems likely he has me lose life, and he gains it. Yeah, we do want to blow that up, especially if he drops like a Malakir Familiar or the 4/5 flyer right now. Those are bad news. See what our opponent does here. We can do nothing if he does something. Removal wouldn't be awesome, but we do have, like I said, the ability to deal with multiple cards that are in play right now. All right, that doesn't worry me too much. All right, we take 2 here. Okay, we drew a land that comes into play untapped, which might be worth playing, but probably not. I think having my Valakut Predator untapped is appealing enough. So yeah, I'm going to play Sandstone Bridge here. I could pump my Cliffside Lookout instead here. 4/4, 2/2. But I'd rather have him get the Vigilance. So, and I'm still going to swing at the Cliffside Lookout. If he wants to trade, I'm happy to. So we're going to attack him. All right. Then we're going to play Felidar Cub and destroy his retreat. And we'll keep Outnumber up. 2, 3, 4, 5. So if he has his Deathless Behemoth in his hand, he can play it right away, which definitely sucks. But isn't the end of the world for us. So I think I let the Lifespring Druid live for now. See what our opponent does here. He and I are both taking quite a while on our turns, but I guess game 1 was just really long. It was. Neither of our decks were very well equipped for it either, although you'd think his would be a little better. Ooh. Well, I think I can't resist a 2-for-1. I just love good deals, you know, so we're going to outnumber the Oran Reef Invoker. Get a 2-for-1. If he uses removal in response, we're going to be a little sad, but we still basically get a 2-for-1. And, you know, that's pretty good. This will only be a 4/4, which isn't the end of the world. Okay, we get the 2-for-1 deal, which is what we wanted. That works out pretty well for me. Okay, it's a 3/4 Stalwart, which that I'm not a huge fan of. But we're going to drop a land. And we are going to swing with him. Drops him to 8. He's down to 1 card in his hand. I think I'm actually going to drop the Sentinel so we can threaten lethal next turn with the help of our Cliffside Lookout pumping everything. So that's the plan here. And if he drops a big threat now, we can at least kill him in the air if we need to. So that sounds pretty good to me. If I were him, I probably would not have used the Fertile Thickets ability because it puts it on top of his library. It doesn't put it in his hand. I mean, I don't know what he has in his hand, but at a time like this, he really needs a spell. So that's just, I think I've played Fertile Thicket on here before and talked about using it that way, but that's just a piece of advice in general. It's not always a good idea to have Fertile Thickets ability trigger unless you desperately need that land or a color, like if you're in the Converge deck, or you like really need... yeah, no, there's not really a good reason to use it other than that. If you really need a land drop and you're just not getting one, it's good. But in this situation where he has 1 card in his hand, and, well, it was a good card that he had in his hand. That does wreck me. a little bit. But I do have Mundo who has haste, and I just drew Rolling Thunder because I'm an awful, awful person. So we're going to play a land, pump our boy up, play Munda. And go ahead and use Munda's ability too because it's pretty good right now. Giving my guys trample or first strike seems good. But we have Rolling Thunder. Honestly, it doesn't matter that much. But we'll mark... I'll just hold on to the one who gives trample, because right now that's pretty great. It looks like our opponent might be scooping because, yeah, he scooped. All right, well, that did it. Our deck is very strong. Hopefully we can go into round 3 and win that as well. Thanks for watching. And